In today's landscape photography adventure, we pick up a cantankerous hitchhiker in Iceland. But before I roll the video, are you wondering what to get your loved ones for Christmas? Well, I'm proud to announce my new Iceland print collection, where you can get a signed 11x14 with 70% off. And that also applies to all of my previous print collections, and we can get it to you before Christmas. But the sale only lasts for a few days. It's a great way to help support this channel and have some lovely wall art for your home. There's a link in the description below. All right, let's get on with this Iceland road trip, where I actually do capture one of the images that you'll find in this print collection. You're gonna love this.
And one thing I love about Iceland is, no matter what your destination or where you're hoping to go shooting, on the way to that shoot, you will discover something else that is either as good, if not better, than what you're trying to shoot. And I've just stumbled upon this beautiful mountain reflection over here, just next to the highway. Have a look at this business. So I think what I'll do is I'll just frame up a really obvious reflection shot with the Hasselblad. And I didn't even bother with the tripod, I'm just going to shoot this handheld. And then just put something colourful in front of it. I really like these here, that's quite nice. And you can see, well, maybe you can see, but I love this algae that you can see. If you look down here, look at this algae that you can see in the water. So I might just polarize the shot to try and feature some of that as well. All right, let's put image stabilization on because I've got no tripod. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this button a couple of times until I get this. Hold down that button there to focus to infinity. And now I'm just going to go and compose my shot. And I think I'm just going to go for something pretty obvious like that. That'll do. Let's get it level. It looks pretty level. A bit more sky. 2-second timer. That's annoying. And unbelievably, that's actually sharp. Here's the shot.
Well, it's not going to win any awards, but it wasn't bad for a lazy roadside shot. But I had bigger plans that involved a late night hike. But would Amanda be up for it?
Right, so it's almost 10 p.m. and what better to do on a Saturday night than go for a midnight canyon stroll next to a glacier. Look at this beautiful glacier over there. You can see the setting sun just on that part of it there. So what we're going to do is head up this canyon where there's some massive waterfalls that fall into the canyon, beautiful mountains, moss covered cliffs, all that business. Ready? She needs a nap.
I'm tired today.
Well, by this time of night we would usually be in bed back in Nova Scotia, but we've, as I've said in the last video, we've gone nocturnal, so things are a little bit skew-whiff, but I'm getting used to it. So I reckon this hike's probably about 20 minutes, and we shall see what we shall see.
Amanda was in need of a late night pick-me-up, which I was carrying in my camera bag.
It smells fantastic up here, and it's a weird experience for me because over there there's the ocean. We're just above the ocean, and yet behind me is a glacier. My only experience with glaciers is being in the high mountains and you're suffering altitude sickness and all that business, but here it is, so close to the ocean. It's a strange thing, but the smell is absolutely, it's unique. I've never smelled it like this before up in the mountains, but I loves it. So that's where we're headed. Maybe 45 minutes was an underestimate.
You said 20 minutes.
Oh, is that what I said?
Yeah.
I'm sure I said an hour.
As we got further up the hill, the view just got better and better.
And I think my estimate of 20 minutes was complete nonsense. I think my third estimate of 1 hour is probably a bit... How are you doing? We're above a glacier and there's the ocean. It's weird. Actually, that's not a bad shot in that direction. that mountain range catching the setting sun and then the glacier carving off into that pool. Tons of ice build-up on that beach over there. Maybe we should go down there and have a look. Look towards these mountains. That'd be a good shot. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Now, you know me, I always like to pose questions to my audience. Usually when it's to try and define what kind of poo this is. It could be desiccated sheep poo, but if it's not, post a comment and let me know, because I'm curious as to what that is. Here's a foot for scale. What do you think it is?
Sheep.
That doesn't look like the kind of sheep poo that I'm used to.
Looks like the chocolate you've been eating.
Actually, we've got a nice selection of Icelandic chocolates, so we're quite excited. The girl in the N1 gas station highly recommended these, so I've got quite high expectations of this Icelandic chocolate. What about you?
Yes.
Well, we'll give it a chance. You know me, I like my chocolate. I really love this rock formation down here. I do love a pointy nubbin like that. It's a shame that there's nothing behind it like a pointy mountain. It's just a wall there, but man, what a foreground that would be.
After a casual 1 hour stroll, we finally reached the viewpoint, and it was everything I'd hoped it would be, except for one little thing.
Well, this is just a little bit spectacular. Unbelievable. Just huge tall drop waterfalls, epic cliffs covered in moss, pointy mountain and a glacier on top of it. Just ridiculous. But you know me, there's always something to complain about. I'm British, it's what we do. And what I'm going to complain about, and I think you know, is that empty white sky. I can't stand those. I should have come here on a rainy day. That's what the perfect conditions probably are. Wispy clouds and mist rising up through the canyon. That's what I should have done. But I just followed the forecast. The forecast said sun and cloud, so this is obviously the period of sun. I think probably what we'll do is just kill a bit of time and try some of those lovely Icelandic chocolates that we hiked up here. You want to try some chocolates, love? I don't know about you, love, but I think I need a Kropp.
Crap.
A Kropp. Kropp. Now let's try that. Let's give it a go. I don't know what's in it. What is it? Is it like peanut or? Okay, that's what they look like. Ready? Just gonna look at something. Delicious. I guess there's a reason we haven't heard of those in Canada. Now, you know me, I'm not one to toot my own horn, but do you remember that book that I recently wrote, Stories Within Stories? Well, it's actually been a really big hit. No, but it has though.
Yeah.
In certain realms. So should we try that one then? What's this?
I think this one looks like it's got that licorice down the middle.
Oh, I won't be trying that. I can't stand licorice.
It looks like it.
All right, well, this is all yours. This is all yours.
It's definitely your licorice.
Yeah. It's got that big vein down the middle. Let's just show the camera what it looks like. So that's a hit. What do you think? Is it a hit or is it shit?
I like it more than that, but it is black licorice.
Yeah, disgusting. So when it comes to Kropp, we're giving that a 1 out of 10. When it comes to a hit, Amanda's giving that
20.
that good. You can't be trusted. You like licorice. What does she know? Now, I know sometimes I get a bit silly, right? But I do have a side of me that can be really quite serious. Serious chocolate. Caramel flavour. Should we try this? In the store, she said this is probably the highest quality Icelandic chocolate you can get. Hopefully it's a bit better than the pile of Kropp that I ate. No, it's not bad actually. I don't hate it. It's creamy, isn't it?
That's seriously good. This one's my favourite.
You really like that? Licorice over this?
Licorice.
It's not terrible, but it's not my favourite. I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 10.
Oh, that's pretty low.
Sorry, I'm just being honest. But if you know of an Icelandic chocolate post a comment below. We'll have it next time we come to Iceland.
I was going to say it'd be too late.
Be too late by then, but next time.
Tell you what, though.
What?
What's this?
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like and subscribe. Have you subscribed?
No.
You've liked though.
Only when Chain Bloom's in.
Shane Bloom.
It just has a little pizzazz. We can cheer you up with a little chocolate ball.
I don't want any of your Kropp. Take your Kropp and wang it. Anyway, I don't think anything's going to happen. Look at this. It's just a white sky. I hate white skies. I've driven 3 hours and hiked up the hill for an hour, 20 minutes for this. And I've seen pictures of this in rain and it looks fantastic. That's what I wanted. So I think this is a bust, love. I think we should hike back down and hope that our tyres aren't flat, because we rented this car from Thrifty. I'm telling you, the tyres are more bald than God Follett.
I don't think it gets bolder.
It doesn't get bolder than that. So I'm hoping that, touch wood, touch like and subscribe, that it's not a flat tyre. I feel though that it's a matter of time on this trip until we get one.
Don't put
All
that
right,
out
touch
there.
wood, touch like and subscribe. You can eat that pile of Kropp. You can eat most of the, just have it all, I don't care. Sorry Iceland, it's the truth.
So we strolled back down the hill to that lake with all of those lovely icebergs. And you know me, I love a bloody good iceberg, I really do.
So half an hour ago, well, maybe 45 minutes ago, we were way up there, and now I'm down on the other side. Well, the glacier's over there and I'm here on this lake, which I guess is created by the glacier, and it's absolutely spectacular. I'm the only person here. It's about 1:45 a.m. Nobody, well, no sane person is here. It's just me. Even Amanda's stayed in the car, and it's 3 degrees Celsius. Oh man, look at this. That's a really interesting shape, that. So that might be a nice shot there. The only thing is I just don't have any clouds. If this had a little bit of cloud that was catching some colour, and if it had a few wispies, even a grey, moody cloudscape in the background, I think I'd have a shot, but I don't know. I don't know if I've got a shot here. It's only 3 degrees, but if you look at the surface of the lake, you can see it's starting to freeze up under its own glacial temperature. But man, this is gorgeous. Be nice to get a shot of the aurora in the winter, because I think that's north, right? I think that's looking north there, so man, beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to walk a bit further down, see if I can see some more interesting ice shapes.
To be honest, I was getting a little frustrated. The subject matter was spectacular, but with such an empty sky, could I really manage to pull off a worthwhile shot?
But looking at that, you know, the sun's going to rise over there. I don't think it's going to do anything here. There's just no clouds. Tons of clouds over there, back where I came from. So that's kind of a temptation. But, oh, decisions. I can't decide.
In spite of that empty sky, I still managed to capture this image, which I reckon does justice to the stark beauty of Iceland. But it was time to drive back to the B&B and get a complete change of scenery, and I knew just the spot with a lovely splash of colour.
So I find myself in a sea of lupins. The smell here is absolutely wonderful. There's just lupins as far as the eye can see in front of this glacier and these gorgeous spiky mountains, and I'm pretty sure that this has been workshopped. I mean, look at all these paths through the bushes that have been carved by, I'm going to guess, photography workshop participants. Maybe I'll do my own workshop here one day. Do exactly the same thing, but yeah, it's almost like pre-designated trails of lupins. So I think what I'll do is I'll just wait about half an hour for those clouds to ignite, because it's about 2:30 a.m. now. The sun will rise in about an hour, so that's when, if we're going to get any of that kind of light, that's when it'll happen. They'll start to get maybe a little bit pink. Wouldn't that be nice? Pink clouds, purple lupins, glacier and gnarly mountains. So I'll just get back in the car and just wait for a little bit, and I'll set up a shot.
So I went back to the car, but I'd picked up a hitchhiker.
Right, well, we'll just kill a bit of oh, look, I've got a little caterpillar on my finger. Look at this.
Whoa, what am I doing on a sausage?
Let me just go and set him free on a leaf. Put him back where he belongs. Go on then, little caterpillar. Go back onto your leaf.
Nah.
Go on.
No.
Over there, yeah. That's where you belong.
No, actually, I think I prefer the sausage.
Go on, get up.
No, I'm sick of bloody leaves.
Get on your leaf.
No.
I'm trying to help you out.
Well, it tastes like shit, you know.
Get on your leaf.
But I've got a taste for meat.
There.
Oh, God, all right then. Bloody
Come on, grab that.
sick of bloody leaves.
There you go. Back where you belong.
My hero.
Bloody ungrateful. Just trying to do a nice thing.
What are we gonna do for a half an hour?
Do you know what I always do to kill time, love? Especially when I need a bit of inspiration. I reach for a copy of Stories Within Stories by Gavin Hardcastle, my new hardback landscape photography book. Not only does it have some gorgeous pictures, but it's also packed full of lovely anecdotes that'll give you a little glimmer in your eye when you're sat on the porcelain. There's a link in the description.
Can I read it?
Go for it.
Everyone can read it. It's a picture book.
Well, there's, the stories. That's why it's called Stories Within Stories.
I like the pictures.
You do, don't you? Well, I've waited, and it's just a white sky. There's just nothing. The sun will pop up there, and you get some direct light. That might be nice. But really, what I think I need is a grey day. Miserable grey clouds up in those mountains, and that'll really make those lupins pop. Purple, green, grey, beautiful colour palette. So I think I'll just have to come back. But I don't know how long these lupins last. I think I better rush and get this done soon. All right, it's further down the coast.
During the drive back, it turned out I had another little hitchhiker on me. So we had to stop off again, which coincided with this.
So I was just driving down the highway, and this mountain range just erupted with colour and contrast. Absolutely magnificent. So I anchored on the brakes and pulled a shit hook, also known as a U-turn. Just came down to the beach and just found a reflection, and I think I like this shot. I've gone for a pretty obvious composition, just centralised, and it's all about that lovely reflected colour and contrast that you can see up there. Very, very simple, very, very obvious, but I think it might work. So yeah, if this shot turns out to be any good, here's a shot.
Get your own signed 11x14 print of this image with 70% off in my latest print sale. There's a link in the description. Now make sure you don't miss next week's video, where we do another midnight hike and spend the night in these spectacular mountains. Oh, and look at these absolute legends that support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot, guys.